Welcome to The Sound, KQAL FM's weekly behind-the-scenes look at Midwestern-made music. From writing and recording to distribution and promotion, The Sound is your source for new releases and exclusive interviews from Midwestern artists. Support for The Sound is made possible by a grant from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Rolling.
I see the steps we taking, they wanna come and get next to greatness.
Tonight on The Sound, we got some smooth tracks and some hard-hitting 808 tracks that will have you bopping your head for sure. Get ready to relax, turn up, and be deep in thought listening to Minneapolis' JuneThaKid from Basement Gang. Here on The Sound, I'm Vinicius Heron. Get ready to vibe to an awesome mixtape called Just Get Home Safe by JuneThaKid. Tonight on The Sound.
Why would I go back and forth for the lane with no motion? Ain't a part of the gig. Ain't enough waves in the ocean to be out here loafing my I'm standing on biz. Even if it was, I'd be taking them shit. I never been focused on luxury. Most of my niggas was packing necessities, like dough over thotties especially. I'm working to build up the legacy. My heart done got colder since I done got older. See, some of my day ones is dead to me. They reaching for crumbs and they dead to me. You tryna argue with the referee, so you get tech. I ain't forgiving, so don't hold your breath. I don't know how many I got left. Emerald Lagasse, the flow that I'm kicking got flavor. You in the kitchen with a chef. I see you later, you niggas haters. I need me a team of hope like you have. Feel like a free throw when I step. I got a whole different level I get on when these talk who consider the best. Shorty be banging my music, I try to be humble, but she try to tell me I'm that. Bitch said it best, I've been that since Goldberg was asking these who next. Ain't for the top, I can't settle for less. Now I ain't for the stop till there ain't nothing left. You did.
And that was Who Next intro. The first intro track from the new mixtape called Just Get Home Safe by JuneThaKid from Minneapolis. And we have JuneThaKid on the phone with us tonight.
Yo, what's the word?
The mixtape has a nice smooth mix of tracks with some deep lyrics and nice soulful tracks that you can sit back, relax, and vibe to, with a nice variety of tracks that'll just have your head banging the whole time. This mixtape is well put together too. So how did your journey as in music all start? Like, can we know from the beginning?
Yeah, it was kind of haphazard. I mean, when it first started, me and my friends was always into music, so we would like listen to music when we was kicking it, freestyle the beats and stuff. We weren't really serious with it. My friend Quasi started producing, and as he would make beats, we would be kicking it with him in his studio. And as he made the beats, we would freestyle on them. Eventually, he started learning how to mix and master and stuff. And then it really started with us rapping as an outlet to help him learn how to mix his music. And then from there, it grew into what it is now. Oh,
wow. So that's is that the Basement Gang?
Yes, sir. Basement Gang.
Oh, okay. So everybody, basically, y'all helped grow the engineer and what's on, and you was one of the top rappers with it, huh?
Right, for sure.
Okay, the mixtape does have some short intro and interlude tracks, and we'll play that here. But next we have Roaches here on 89.5 KQAL The Sound.
It's the kid. You did. Yeah. It's a soul from right here. It's some soothing for your soul, for your soul. Something smooth for your soul, for your soul. You did. Basement Gang forever. Southside's very own. Down on my last, nothing but ramen in the pantry. Heart full of hope and a soul full of brandy. Stare at this glass, don't recognize her looking at me. My tree running low, so these roaches come in handy. These roaches come in handy. You did. Yeah, I said these roaches come in handy. You said. Highs and the lows, my prize on the robes that desperation on my heels, but my mind's on the go. Got me stressing, cause Lord knows this grind take a toll. Therapy ain't in my budget, I confide in this bowl. Ain't no sugar coating. My life like riding roller coasters with your hoodie open. Everything blowing in the wind, just know it's fully noted. And when my story's said and done, just know I fully wrote it. Keep my heart fully open, put myself in this. Gotta get myself out. Chasing happiness and safety, I can't find a whereabouts. Name buzzing on the daily, strictly off of word of mouth. I've been searching, still ain't found a bill that I could pay with clout. I've been searching for the price on peace of mind, there's no amount. Wishing I could find a bargain deal on time, but I got doubts. Dropping jewels, they say I rhyme like I got diamonds in my mouth. Meanwhile, this grind running me dry, ain't nothing flying from the spout. Down to my last, nothing but rhyming in the pantry. Heart full of hope and a soul full of brandy. Stare at this glass, don't recognize who's looking at me. My tree running low, so these roaches come in handy. These roaches come in handy. You dig? Yeah. I said these roaches come in handy. And these roaches come in handy. Oh God.
And that was Roaches by JuneThaKid here on 89.5 KQAL. So how long did it take to make this mixtape? What's like the process in putting a mixtape together? Like, is it a lot of like just random studio sessions or focused studio sessions, like you locked in the lab just cooking up?
Kind of both. The project went through a lot of changes as I was making it. It was originally supposed to be called I've Been Better. And originally, the project had a lot, I guess, darker, I would guess, describe it, feel. It was a lot more like moody tracks and like lower tempo stuff. But as I started working on it, I kind of wanted to make something a little more varied that I felt like could be played in more environments. And so that's why I feel like some of the bouncier, like more up-tempo tracks came into place. This was all over the course of maybe like, I started working on this right after we put out the Basement tape, which was in like late December of 2022. So this was probably like over the next 3 months from like January to the end of March.
Okay. Oh wow, that's kind of a quick turnaround. It's not it's not too long of the build up with it, but because some artists they release a lot of songs or like where the songs don't have a chorus, it'll just be them riding the beat the entire way. Like, how do you feel about song structure and how do you structure your songs when you're in the studio?
Man, I'm big on song structure. I like the songs. Don't get me wrong. Like when somebody just going crazy, they just riding the beat for like 4 minutes. But sometimes I feel like if a song doesn't have a hook or like a bridge or something to kind of draw like the listener back in, you can kind of lose people's attention span. So I'm a big fan of having at least like a bridge or hook, something that I feel like is easy to recognize and remember that somebody can go back to, as opposed to just having like a 4 minute just straight of just bars.
So when you in the studio cooking up, like are you next there with the beat process when the beat's getting made and created, or do you like just pick from a selection of beats that's already created?
It depends. It depends on the day. Sometimes I'll come with a song already in mind that I've been working on, and so I'll have a beat or I'll have an idea of what I want the beat to sound like, and so I'll just give that to like Quasi or whoever I'm working with for like inspiration. But sometimes a lot of my music, I'll just go to the studio and we'll just make it on the spot there. So we'll find a beat and then I'll just start writing it while I'm in the studio, while they're working on the beat.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, that's when all the melody is getting created and everything. You're already putting the bars and everything together.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's get back to the music here. This next track is I Ain't Lying, and you're listening to it on 89.5 KQAL, The Sound.
But I'll never tell you a lie. I'm telling you. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. Yeah,
Yeah. Quasi, what's up? We got another one. You did. Live from the basement. Straight to the playlist. Let's go. These days I'm looking for someone to call my own. These days I no longer feel like I don't belong. These days I'm moving different than when I was young. Nothing worse than the pain of knowing you doing wrong. If there's nothing to gain, why would I entertain? Why would I spend my energy arguing with a lame? I done lost people dear to me, they ain't died but they changed. Had to edit the picture and crop them right out the frame. Whole different type of pain, it's something you can't sustain. It's cause strong as Novocaine, I take it right to the brain. I admit my addiction to the shit I wanna change. Wherever I go, it follow me like a ball and chain. But maybe someday I find a more productive way to kick the feng shui. Cause my depression make me fade to the mundane. It got to the point I wasn't having no fun days. Different disposition with Nate, they feel like Monday. All gas, pump the brakes. Trying to focus on the future instead of dwelling on mistakes. I took life into my hands cause I got tired of testing fate. Them clouded thoughts right on my heels and I'm just trying to get away, whoa. That felt so many times, but I'ma always stand up. This life get hard, but sometimes you just gotta man up. The hardest fight to win, the one behind the cameras. But I'ma keep chasing these dreams till they can't stand us. I know how it feels when you at the end of the road, you know what's the deal. The coldest story ever told in order to heal. And that's why they flock to the kid, cause I show them the real, I ain't lying. I done lost track of all the opportunities that I done ruined just from being in my head. So many situations looking back that was misread. So many times when I was loud and wrong for what I said. I fell flat on my face and that shit I be down to pay. But I took it in stride, ain't give a they said. It's just a part of growing, can't be afraid to forgive. But just because you forgive don't mean you ever forget. These trying to strategize, pumping out the lies, putting fronts up make you tired, steady clutching on your pride. To compromise myself, just something I can't decide. You changed up your whole tune, we all know what that's about. Trying to hide them insecurities, poking your chest out, chasing what they deem was cool, try not to feel left out. Started from the bottom, we at the top of the steps. Now king of the city, waiting patient for my crown. It's the kid that fell so many times, but I'ma always stand up. This life get hard, but sometimes you just gotta man up. The hardest fight to win, the one behind the cameras. But I'ma keep chasing these dreams till they can't stand us. I know how it feels when you at the end of the road, you know what's the deal. The coldest story ever told in order to heal. And that's why they flock to the kid, cause I show them the real, I ain't lying.
And that was I Ain't Lying by JuneThaKid. We have JuneThaKid with us right now on 89.5 KQAL on the phone interview with us.
Yes, sir.
How do you go about the writing process? Like, how does this start for you? Like, you know, I know we touched on that previously in the last track.
Man, it's really it's really random for me. Like, I feel like I was just talking about this with Sekou, but I feel like for me a big thing this year is kind of trying to get down a consistent routine for me in the studio. Like, I work with a lot of artists, and some people are real meticulous and they have their specific routine that they follow every time they go to the studio. It's the same thing. Like, they'll get the beat, they'll come up with subjects, take those, get words, you know, that they rhyme with that come from those subjects, and then go from there. But for me, it's real random. Like, I'll go like weeks, bro. Like, I just haven't written anything, and then find something from inspiration, and then just kind of go off of that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a lot of times what I've been doing lately is like, I'll think about like memories or specific points in my life that I want to talk about and write those down. And then over the course of like the next few weeks, come up with like specific events that have to do with that I want to go talk about, and then use that to structure the song.
Okay, so the process is kind of like real artsy all over the place. Like, so do you punch in ever, or do you like to write?
I've experimented with punching in on a few songs, but most of my music is written. Just because I feel like whenever I try to punch in music, a lot of times the like lyrics suffer because I'm not spending as much time thinking about what I'm saying. It's almost kind of like you freestyling, you know what I mean? So like, right. But I'm not gonna lie, like certain songs I feel like punching in has its advantages. Like on stuff that's like more high tempo, high energy tracks, I feel like sometimes punching in can make the song come out better because you can capture the energy of the actual moment as opposed to trying to write it and then bring it back later.
Yep. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that too. Let's get back into the music here. Next up, we have Pleasant Ave by JuneThaKid featuring Ty Stick.
But he's so smooth. Yeah, like it's just so butter.
Southside, baby, it was busting on Pleasant. It's the kid. know it wasn't pleasant, unpleasant, You know my bougie, you won't catch me with the peasants. You know that if I'm rolling up, it's pressure, You know you cop a verse, then you rumbling with a stepper. I've been killing with no effort, I'm off this Tito's and it got me off tether. I'm the supplier, you the buyer, I'm the seller. These birds and they all fly together, Hours in the gym trying to get my shot better, Met him at the rim, I defend the block better. Got a fetish for that cheddar, boy, I need my mozzarella. Ain't got nothing but some motion and some dubs on the schedule, Every time you came around, we was never stressing. Man of 1,000 different flows, I got several. Man of 1,000 different poses if you pressing. 1,000 different writers on they songs, it ain't helping. $1 million mouthpiece, but I ain't wealthy. Way with them words, got my catalog hefty. I'm winning off these verbs, got these trying to stretch me. We grown, got no time for no trying to test me. Fresh green box, hope the plug come and bless me. Every time I took a loss, it left my soul heavy. The timing I'm moving on divine, you ain't ready. If sliding on these beats was a crime, they'd arrest me. All the times I tripped over a little, it was petty. Really great, ain't no gimmicks, we just ready. Really snakes in the grass where we stepping. I'm mowing daily, trying to send that boy to heaven. It costs just to touch me, did them all ugly. Big boy nugs in this wood and they chunky. Posted on my bully like Suge did Puffy. Catch me hooping up at PV with the fiends and the junkies on my mama. You know it wasn't pleasant, unpleasant. Been established. You know my bougie, you won't catch me with the peasants. You know that if I'm rolling up, it's pressure. You know you cop a verse, then you rumbling with a stepper. I've been killing with no effort. I'm off this Tito's and it got me off tether. I'm the supplier, you the buyer, I'm the seller. These birds and they all flock together.
I be at Benja with the bloods going crazy. Say she wanna front, you know you gotta pay me. I need my money now, I ain't really in the wedding. I'm a Southside legend, it ain't nothing for no debating. I'm a Southside, I die for my respect. Got my foot all on the neck. I started up a brand cause I'm really about to check. And so many people gone, got me thinking like who next. I'm dealing with these problems, but it's really just a test. Grind hard for the fam, I ain't worried about the rest. Only in it for the cash, I ain't settling for less. I fell out with my but I still wish him the best. Cause it's a cold game, we ain't playing with a ref. If you don't play it right, getting left. I never leave my dog, I put that on the set. Gotta keep it real with him till I take my last breath. I just got a pack from the west, it's coming through the mail. I'm just hoping that the shipping don't fail. Try to hit me up, so I gotta keep it on me tight stick. I ain't running out of shells. My name ring bells, I got in them cells. They pray for me to fail, but I know I'm gon' prevail. The block Pleasant Ave usually always treat me well. I ballin' on this tree, I don't never need a scale.
You know it wasn't pleasant, unpleasant, You know my bougie, you won't catch me with the peasants. You know that if I'm rolling up, it's pressure, You know you cop a verse, then you rumbling with a stepper. I've been killing with no effort, I'm off this Tito's and it got me off tether. I'm the supplier, you the buyer, I'm the seller. These birds and they all flock together.
And that was Pleasant Ave, off the Just Get Home Safe mixtape by JuneThaKid. And we have JuneThaKid from Basement Gang on the phone with us tonight. And we'll be back to talk more with June about the mixtape, but first here's another track for you. And this one's called Candy Paint, and you're listening to it on The Sound, right here on 89.5 KQAL.
Candy paint Chevys in a wood full of love. I can't think of nothing better, set the mood for the month. My plug been acting janky, but he used to pull up. Must be scared of making money in the mood for some nuts. Cause I don't need eighths and dubs. Need me Lisa Zip, hope it get me through the month. Indie is a T, some OG is some runs. It don't matter, I'ma roll it cause it give me all my feelings when I'm faded. I feel sedated on the cloud, that's my favorite. Since I got paid, I'm going shopping for the vapors. Variety pack, you won't get bored cause we got flavors. I ain't picky neither, ain't no blunts to roll up papers. Knew I was that nigga when they started acting shady. They say you just doing something right if you got haters. I've been focused trying to level up on the daily. When you really want it, man, it shit'll drive you crazy. Need number one, there ain't no runner-ups. Been putting work in from the sundown till the sun is up. And when this shit all said and done, look back at how we won. Then roll 2 blunts the size of roast, we playing double dutch. Chevys in a wood full of love. I can't think of nothing better, set the mood for the month. My plug been acting janky, but he used to pull up. Must be scared of making money in the mood for some nuts. Cause I don't need eighths and dubs. Need me Lisa Zip, hope it get me through the month. Indie is a T, some OG is some runs. It don't matter, I'ma roll it cause it give me all my feelings when I'm faded. I feel sedated on a cloud, that's my favorite. It's so loud and steady, waking up my neighbors. They see me coming for the crown, they can't take it. They can spot a star when they see one, they ain't gotta fake it. They know I've been their favorite, know I got it out the basement. They know I got that stainless, we ain't turning on no safeties. They know we strive for greatness when I came in talking crazy. They knew it was a difference and that's why they wanna hate me. Treat the game like I was Will Chamberlain, how I play it. Don't hear chatter from the sidelines, ain't no way I'd entertain it. Posted in the stew, cooking up crap like it's the 80s. They free basing off the way, so they should thank me. Cause I can't hang around the snakes, stay away from me. If it ain't about this money, I don't even wanna speak. Got my mind focused on growth, everything else fake to me. We elevating in real life and all they W's make believe, gang. Any paint Chevys in a wood full of love. I can't think of nothing better, set the mood for the month. My plug been acting janky, but he used to pull up. Must be scared of making money in the mood for some nuts. Cause I don't need eighths and dubs. Need me Lisa Zip, hope it get me through the month. India, a T, some OG, it's some runs. It don't matter, I'ma roll it, cause it give me all my feelings when I'm faded. I feel sedated on a cloud, that's my favorite. Since I got paid, I'm going shopping for the vapors. Variety pack, you won't get bored cause we got flavors. I ain't picky neither, ain't no blunts and roll up papers. Alright, let me hear it real quick.
And that was Candy Paint. You're listening to that on 89.5 KQAL, The Sound. So lyrically, like thematically, like, do all of your songs have a root? Like when you come in and writing from it, like from experience that you're going through, or, you know, like just the thoughts that you have, or do you just have deeper messages that you want to like teach your listeners?
I feel like honestly a lot of my music just comes from how I'm feeling in that specific moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had like, you know, projects where like I've definitely gone into projects with like a concept in mind of like, this is what I want to get across. But I wouldn't say that necessarily every single song has a message. I feel like the songs that have messages, it's very obvious they have messages. And then the ones where it's just me rapping is probably because I just felt like rapping that day.
Yeah, just the vibe of the day. Okay, so yeah, some songs have real inspiration and the other songs is just like made with real focus. Where does like some of the initial spark from the lyrics come from? You said already speaking on that, but how do you go about capturing them? Like, do you write those down instantly on a notebook, or do you record it in a voice memo, or?
Yeah, like I'll kind of
like if you're not in the studio already.
It's random, man. I kind of like when I get an idea, I try like to write it down. Either I'll write it down, or if it's like a melody, I'll hum it to myself in like a voice memo real quick, so I don't forget it. But I'm real notorious for doing this in just the most random spots. Like, I mean, I might be like grocery shopping somewhere and have an idea and just start humming in like an aisle or something.
Yeah, to just be that big spark of creation. So it's like sometimes like you're not in the studio to be able to have it down, but like you have to jot it down on a notepad or call up the producer and tell him, cook a beat to this.
Right, because the worst feeling is like when you know you had a good idea, but you just can't remember it.
Yeah, I feel that as well. And next up, we got Robert Schu's Interlude, and we'll keep that going into Keep Playing.
The sun don't shine on the south side, but shade get thrown anyway. I finally found my calling, it's about time. My faith grows strong every day. I thrive out the gate, I blocked out the hate. I grind every day when I ain't got nothing but faith. My mind full of rhymes that make me shine with the grace. Tunnel vision on the go like I'm a stone's throw away. Treat me like I should be celebrating. And honestly, I just be thinking, celebrate for what? I still can't quit his job cause I ain't make enough. And since the kid been in the player stuff, we ain't got acquainted with your bed, now we caking up. They don't wanna go there with the game, don't have to play with us. Hop up on a feature with your favor, make them hang it up. Hopped up off the bleachers, wanna ring like I was Clay or something. Yeah, the love turn to hate when you keep winning though. Watch every move it can make. pitiful. Then come and smile up in your face, that criminal. I keep it pushing, got no time, too busy winning, though. This off the muscle every time and bidding, no. Too busy focusing on grinding to be kidding, no. Too busy building history and stacking envelopes. Before I started hearing yes, I had to hear them no's. They treat me like the Pope, yeah, they said the kid give them hope. I got my crosshair on the ghost when I look through the scope. It's gems dropped in they quote, that's why I do the most. Been having big status, big traffic. This rap don't work, I make this wrist do magic. That cap don't work, raise up the standard. They be feeding for the king, I be feeding all they habits. You won't catch me standing on the same. I'm trying to elevate, make moves, take risks. I'm talking top tier, Hall of Fame, greatness. He make the wrong move, might leave that boy faceless. Keep playing, started in the basement, now we in they playlist. They could not compare, it ain't the same cause you basic. I could never argue with no square cause it's brainless. I live in these heads, I don't pay rent. They be trying to talk down on the gang cause they nameless. I ain't tripping, had the crown from the jump. It ain't nothing they can say to tear us down. Give a been on stages across the city, made my rounds for them bucks. They got jacks for they spot, pow pow, give it up. See they smile started turning to a frown when we stunt. They be jaded cause they can't get off the ground, then they stuck. Couldn't imagine all my numbers trending down every month. Couldn't imagine getting no love in your town, it's a must. Act like it's they time of the month. See me shining cause I stand out from the clowns, they be huff. Steady talking but them boys up in the crowd, hush. Been having big status, big traffic. This rap don't work, I make this wrist do magic. That cap don't work, raise up the standard. They be feeding for the king, I be feeding all they habits. You won't catch me standing on the same. I'm trying to elevate, make moves, take risks. I'm talking top tier, Hall of Fame, greatness. He make the wrong move, might leave that boy faceless. Keep playing.
And that was Keep Playing off the Just Get Home Safe mixtape by JuneThaKid. And we have JuneThaKid from Basement Gang on the phone with us tonight. You're tuned in at 89.5 KQAL The Sound. Next up, we have Mud by JuneThaKid. And you're listening to it on 89.5 KQAL The Sound.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Basement. Yeah. I see the steps we taking, they wanna come and get next to greatness. I need my checks and Franklins, none of my was blessed with patience. They see me blessed to stages, we make statements, breaths get taken. I let the rest debate it, we they favorite, they can't fake it. Whole different lane, whole different wave, whole different games, whole different dubs. It ain't the same, every time you hear them speak on the gang, it's a whole different love. They see me shining, it ain't just because I seen a diamond when they seen the mud. I seen a mountain when they seen some crumbs. I catch a vibe and the way running up. Y'all cannot f with the boy and the kid. Southside, we outside, it is what it is. South on the app, on the main where I live. Whole lot of tracks and ain't none of them skips. Never afraid of the moment I owned it. Ain't full of the pressure, I went for the win. I still ain't found no opponents who want it. They know how it go when you f***ing with this. Why would I go back and forth for the lane with no motion? They ain't a part of the gig. Ain't enough waves in the ocean to be out here low for my nigga. I'm standing on biz. Even if it was, I be taking them shit. Steady stacking my paper like some place in this. Whole different stilo, they know I'm a man of the people. They say I'm they favorite. The niggas got it, this song gotta quit. I crossed them all off the list. Filled up they coffins real quick. I lined them in chalking and walked on. All of they followers bought. That's why when they drop their little songs, it don't hit. Then be confused when they get no results. It is what it is. We can't all be legit. Can't all really spit. Can't all make no hits. Can't all rock a crowd with their words all the strength. I'm really him, lying shit merged on my kids. Ain't talking children, I'm talking you. Walk in the building, they having a fit. Treat me like a villain, cause I'm getting spins. Moral of the story, I came for the win. But this time the bag, I don't die at the end. It's the kid. They see the steps we taking, they wanna come and get next to greatness. I need my checks and Franklins, none of my was blessed with patience. They see me blessed to stages, we make statements, breaths get taken. I let the rest debate it, we they favorite, they can't fake it. Whole different lane, whole different wave, whole different games, whole different dubs. It ain't the same, every time you hear them speak on the gang, it's a whole different love. They see me shining, it ain't just because I seen a diamond when they seen the mud. I seen a mountain when they seen some crumbs. I catch a vibe in the way running up.
That was Mud by JuneThaKid. Now, can you tell me about like the sonic choices on this mixtape? Like, how you go about choosing your ad libs, and how closely do you work with the engineering while you're in the studio producing? Like,
man, most of the time, it's funny. I always joke with the homies, I suck at ad libs, but like, I don't know, they kind of just be spontaneous in the moment. I usually go through like multiple takes. I feel like the first ones would just be goofy, and I gotta take the ones that sound the coolest out of all of them. But usually, yeah,
It's like
I'm in the studio though for most of the time when I'm working on the music. Like I try not to send off vocals because I like having like the input and like the ideas bounced off of me by like the engineer in the studio. Because sometimes I have ideas like try this or deliver it this way. So usually I'm right there when we making it.
So it keeps expanding the creative process, working with the engineer like that. Do you have like a certain like echo that you like on your voice, or like the way that it's gonna come in for either for your main verse or for how your chorus come in? Because it is some cool effects all throughout this mixtape.
Man, honestly, dog, I wish I thought about the music that deeply. But that's a question for the engineers. I try to stay on the rapper side and let them handle the mixing side.
Okay. I was thinking the lyrics and the sound mix was tied real close in together because it helps with it helps build how the song
for
sounds.
sure. I know they try to do that. Like Styx and Quasi and Ace, they do it really. That's why I enjoy working with them because we got a lot of chemistry, and so they're really good at like I'll give them an idea and they'll mix the song in a way that'll help kind of bring out the idea more.
Okay, yeah. So it's like a collaborative group effort. Everybody's growing.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Everything is collaborative most of the time when I'm working.
Next up, we have Bad Days, and you're listening to it on 89.5 KQAL, The Sound.
It's the kid, nigga. Love me, but that's hard to do when I don't love myself. I detach from everything and put my feelings on the shelf. You was reaching with a hand out, but I didn't want no help, except I did, but I just didn't know till all the cards was dealt. My ego out here trying to tell me get up out your feelings. My mama steady asking when you gon' have you some children. My daddy trying to tell me, boy, you need to get committed to something. You ain't got no time to think. I be feeling like no point in living, you ain't got a dream. Ain't no point in building kingdoms if the king don't have a queen. Ain't no point in making memories if you ain't got a team. All this pressure I put on myself gon' push me to the brink. Treading water for so long, I'm starting to feel like I'm a sink. But the fighter in me won't give up, that ain't the way that we think. We come from a different cloth, got a survivor's pedigree. You can drop me off in the jungle, I'ma come out with a mink on me. Lately been getting used to having bad days. Carry this weight for so long, I'm getting back pains. Focus on dollars so much, I forgot I had change. Message in a bottle, say I hope you meet me halfway. At my lowest, I can't quit. Cause life goes on and we grow strong, you did. Just bleed on songs and they gon' quote the kid. Ready on fourth and long, try and take it to the crib.
I wanna know where you go when you quiet, when you reflecting. What's the thoughts that's roaming in your mind? Always dissecting, I be needing you, but you go ghost. I feel neglected, channel Monica, don't take it personal. My heart dyslexic, so I'm doing the opposite. Internalizing disrespect that wasn't meant for me. Misdirecting the energy, you frustrated, I'm triggered. Our arguments, ghetto symphony. Strum my pain with your fingers. Step with me, we gon' defeat the beat. I know it ain't easy, but what's worth having supposed to be. Without all the pressure, diamonds once he shine, they supposed to see. Ain't no point in really living if you ain't gon' chase your dreams. How you call your castle kingdom when you ain't secured your queen? All the memories is lacking if they ain't made with your team. Stress you put in on yourself is bound to push you to the brink. Wrap my arms around you like a life jacket, you'll never sink. Keep you warm in any storm. If this the jungle, I'm your mink. Yeah. Lately been getting used to having bad days.
Carry this weight for so long, I'm getting back pains. Focus on dollars so much, I forgot I had change. Message in a bottle, say I hope you meet me halfway. At my lowest, I can't quit. Cause life goes on and we grow strong, you did. Just bleed on songs and they gon' quote the kid. Ready on fourth and long, try and take it to the crib, yeah, yeah.
And that was Bad Days by JuneThaKid, featuring the Car 4A.
Yo.
Now this is a deep lyrical song, so I'm pretty sure this one was put together with the right now and down, or how did you go about putting this song together? Bad Days.
Yeah, this was one. Bad Days was actually I think Bad Days was the first song that I made for this project.
Oh, okay.
It kind of came together like a same way. It was one of those things where it was kind of me. I was in a spot where I had a lot going on, and it was kind of my way of just like venting about that, I guess, on a beat. It was one of the things where like it kind of came together naturally. I won't say that like I sat down and planned it out ahead of time. It was kind of in the moment when I was going through it is when I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just document this.
And go into the studio and be able to get that off. Yeah, I feel that. Do you like using samples on your beats, or how do you go about, your beat selection? Do you always have to have your producer cook them up for you, or like what type of beats?
It really depends on the beat. Some of my songs are sampled, but then some of it is just made, with like instrumentation or whatever the producer's doing. It depends on the song though. Like I got what song on there? I Ain't Lying. I know that's the Khalees track. Okay. That's sampled from. But I try to stay away from the samples nowadays. Now that I've been getting bigger, just because you run into issues like trying to clear it when you start actually trying to register the music
down the line. So it's like you probably keep having your own, creating your own sound based off.
Like if some of these people that you got to clear the songs with, like don't even be alive no more. So then you got to try to talk to their estate, and it's just doing too much.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that would be tough. I could probably see how hard that is. Well, next up, we have The Vent, Part 1, on 89.5 KQAL The Sound.
What up, bass? Southside made me. Hip-hop raising. I was brought up off of love and hard lessons. Days up on the south side had us all stressing, but we ain't one for nothing. Every paycheck, mom stretched it. It showed me you can come up massive off a small investment. I got robbed one time, bullets was all in question. Made me feel like I was naked, changed my state of mind. And now I feel like every day I gotta stay with iron. Cause ain't no fair ones or no phase when it's danger time. Behind the laughter and these smiles is where pain reside. We elevating my old ways of thinking, gotta stay behind. At the same time, moving too fast and led to their demise. Ain't no shortcuts up in this life, you gotta wait in line. Never would've guessed in my lane would be rapping, reminiscing on days I would hoop at teen night after practice. Now it ain't as simple, had to change the chapter. Life gave me a mean one, had to pedal backwards. I had to shake it off and get back on the track for real. Try and tell me I should stop and smell the daffodils. I can't stop until I pop and get to touch the racks for real. Got no time to be chillin', I'm trying to build. Seem like the older I get, the more my visions fulfill. The more I realize time is what's really precious for real. I miss my brother, still can't get over his death for real. Feel like I ain't doing enough for my nephew and still I pour my soul on these tracks, they feel it like it's in braille. Clutching moral victories next to my heart like holy grails. The coldest places can make you feel you in hell. Bridges burning left and right, got me tweaking off the smell. If I could hear our voice one more time, I give up all this rap shit, I swear to God. His name gon' live forever within these lines. It's power in the tongue when I spit these rhymes. And we gon' keep on that until the legacy every time. It's the kid, it's the basement, it's the south side. It's the stance, it's the placement, leave your mouth wide. It's the regime, it's the respect, I get that off top. They gotta lump me with the best, cause this was off top.
That's the way That's the way it was.
And that was The Vent, Part 1, on 89.5 KQAL The Sound. I'm here in the studio right now with JuneThaKid, and we're on the phone interview. And can you tell us about The Vent Part 1? I heard it listening to it, it said it was a freestyle.
Yeah, The Vent, man. The Vent was one of those tracks where it's a lot like Bad Days, but that was a heavy time in my life where I was doing a lot with like family stuff, family problems, identity issues, and trying to get that up. I remember initially that song came about because I had found it was initially supposed to be a YouTube beat. I found one because I got like a little setup at home where I would like record demos, and so I started kind of freestyling the song that way. Later, and then Ace sent me the actual beat that ended up being used on the event. Then I linked with him a few days later at the studio when we were working on things I can't speak about until later that track. Or basically just to take the vocal and redo it there on the new beat.
Okay. Was your freestyles right off the top, or did you punch those in, or like, cause I know it's heavy.
Nah, I would say sections of it. Cause the first, I would say third of the song was freestyle. Then there was a section in the middle that I put in some written stuff, and then the end of it was freestyle. That was a song where I was punching in.
Well, next up we have Black Sheep by JuneThaKid here on 89.5 KQAL, The Sound.
I don't feel the same when you're the black sheep. I don't feel the same when you're the black sheep. I don't feel the same when you're the black sheep. Yeah.
My mama said when I got older I would understand these values she instilled in me. I'll take them to the motherland. Judging on the other hand, my brother, he had other plans. Though his road was rough and mine was smooth, no, I don't judge a man. All the that life be throwing at you on the underhand got me all on defense, I can't see. So if you turn to substances, I understand. Let you be depressed from all that you've been seeing. They gon' tell you that you crazy like your feelings is a weakness. That's enough to push the toughest off the deep end. Every single day when you wake up, you gotta pretend. Whole family knowing like it's everybody's secret, and yet ain't nobody speaking. Just know I love you, bro, if I ain't never told you, bro. Can't let them break us into pieces like a Toblerone. That's corny, but just sometimes love is corny when it's from the soul. Don't never let them try to shame you cause you stole the show. Don't never let them try to play you cause you know your role. It take a village, ain't no way through this life on your own. But when your corner quiet, it's easy to feel alone. When you know they love you, but the love don't feel the same when you the black sheep. Yeah. And I'ma still defend your name. Nobody perfect, ain't no shame if you ask me. Ain't no shame if you ask me. You the reason I love hip hop. You the reason I know Tupac. You the reason every time I jot a rhyme up on these dotted lines, they feel the culture sitting at the tip top. That knowledge you put in the kid took me time to realize all the influence you really did have up on my upbringing, my outlook, and how it appears. You done taught me lessons I done lived by ever since a kid. When I look at you, I see my brother, not a black sheep. And I'ma still defend your name. Nobody perfect, ain't no shame if you ask me. Ain't no shame if you ask me.
And that was Black Sheep by JuneThaKid here on 89.5 KQAL The Sound. Now, that's 12 tracks on this mixtape, and it comes in just over 30 minutes. So do you structure your songs to be like a certain length? Like, is it a process to that when you're coming up with the song, or is that important to you at all?
Yeah, I try to... Man, it's funny you asked that, because me and Chris always be arguing about this and righteous, but I try to... man, it's just, music has changed a lot, over the years from how it was when I was younger. I feel like when I was younger, it was the norm to have like 3.5, 4.5 minute songs, even up to 5 minutes. Yeah, but as much as I be wanting to do that, man, nowadays I just feel like people's attention spans are so short that I really try not to have a song be longer than 3.5 minutes max. Anything over that is kind of like, if it's multiple features, you kind of got to, but I feel like that 3 minute mark, 3.5, I try to stay under that as much as I can.
Yeah, I feel that. Some people might just skip it over if it's too long for them. I mean, those attention spans do become short. And especially
it even today, man, it'd be hard to get people to listen to projects that's more than 5 songs.
Right, but yeah, that's why EPs are real popular, especially with this age and streaming and everything. So is the full-length mixtape still important, or how do you feel about that?
I think it's important. Yeah, I think it's important, but it just really depends on the artist. Yeah, because I feel like certain people, everybody got a different vision for themselves and like how they want, how they want to deliver their art or why they got into music. I got into music following behind, people like Kanye and Kendrick and J. Cole and, Jay-Z, Tupac. Like, so all these people, I grew up listening to full-length projects. So for me, like, that's just a personal goal for me. Like, I want to do the things that I saw the people before me doing. But at the same time, today, I understand like the new climate we in is probably the better, from a purely getting people to see you standpoint, to just make like short, like, I don't know, 3-song EPs, but
especially with like social media and everything, I feel that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like I like being able to get a larger point across with a bigger body of work.
Well, next up, we have the bonus track, Yup, remix by JuneThaKid featuring 6 Slum.
Gang, 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 yeah. Southside, we outside. Yeah. I see dropping it, but they ain't talking about nothing. Just a bunch of works of fiction getting rapped on instrumentals. Every time I go to tune in, feel like my mind in a blender. All them lies be sounding goofy once you slow it down and listen. Hey, this ain't no regular. This cost me some Skrilla. I can't stay with the same strain cause the get bored of the feeling. I can't stay with the same flow while all these lanes go get the stealing. Think they hanging with the gang, but all I really see is dinner. This come from the soul, I don't get on these beats pretending. I be staying away from smoke, cause if it go there, I'ma end it. Where I'm punching there, he beating it, less is gon' get injured. They know they can count on June to keep that fire through the window. My vibe is exclusive, you ain't hot then you can't get it. Can't just fuck with A, cause this here is a privilege. I like different types of women, but black women just hit different. She a queen up in them streets, but she a hope and I be in it. How they do it, it's like 8 months in and they been steady building. Every time I look up, they be making moves and they be winning. And that boy be hella smooth, might hit a groove and get the jigging. They keep going at this pace and it's a matter of time before these niggas get too big. I can do this shit like Gary Way. Yup. One gelato, other backwood haze. Yup. Sliding with a chick might be your bae. Yup. They just wanna hang around the game. My niggas get better like every single day. We making lanes and moving niggas out the way. And they don't wanna hear our name cause they afraid. We making waves and chasing greatness with the gang.
Now that was the bonus track, Yup, remixed by JuneThaKid featuring 6 Slum here on 89.5 KQAL The Sound. Man, listening to that song, I had that basement stuck in my head all day listening to that one. So like, you did recently speak about like listening to Kendrick and all, but what like artists have you been inspired by?
Man,
like,
a ton.
What's in your?
A lot. Like, I listen to a lot of stuff, man. Like, obviously you got
like,
the Kendricks, the Kendricks and all that growing up, but like lately, like, man, what have I been listening to? A lot of Cousin Stiz. Maybe like I don't listen to a lot of the Detroit way. I've been messing with like V's and Peasy a lot.
Yeah, you had a Detroit type beat on this this mixtape as well.
Who else, man? It really depends. Like, I kind of get influenced with Tony Snow. I like Tony Snow a lot. It depends, man. I listen to a lot of different stuff just from all types of hip hop. It ain't all necessarily like backpack. Like,
okay.
I'm heavy into like Chief Keef, heavy into like, Pee Wee Longway, heavy into like who else? I can go on forever, really, but
yeah, it sounds like it's a giant web of creators that just help spark that and build you up. But yeah, your songs could be heard on all major streaming platforms and websites. Like, where can people find out about your show dates or future releases or merch or anything else?
Yeah, so the best way to keep up with me is on Instagram. Just JuneThaKid, JuneThaKid. I'm on Facebook, same thing, JuneThaKid. YouTube, JuneThaKid. TikTok, JuneThaKid. Yeah. All
right, JuneThaKid. Type it in. So what's next for you? What's on the horizon for Basement
So right now, we're in the process as far as Basement Gang of working on the next body of work, basically the next continuation of the Basement tape. And then for me right now, I'm gearing up to get ready to roll out this project with Ace P called Songs to Live By, which is a 7-song EP.
Thanks again to JuneThaKid for joining us tonight on The Sound. find out more about JuneThaKid, check out his Instagram at JuneThaKid. To hear the mixtape Just Get Home Safe, find JuneThaKid on Bandcamp or wherever you stream your music. For more deep dive into local and regional albums, tune into The Sound every Wednesday night at 6, right here on 89.5 KQAL. You can also listen to past episodes of The Sound on your favorite streaming services. Find links at KQAL.org. I'm Ventures Heron, and from everyone here at KQAL, we hope you enjoyed this episode of The Sound with these smooth tracks and banging beats.
Thanks for listening to The Sound. The Sound is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. Visit us online at KQAL.org. Theme music for The Sound provided by Mike Terrell of Fires of Denmark.